Welcome back to the Bet the Over podcast. As we enter week 4 of the NFL season, we had a lot of ups and downs this past week in week 3. I would say the biggest down would be Bet the Over not streaming on Sunday morning. Once again, even though
Womp womp.
even though we vowed to improve that, but YouTube doesn't like us, so we've run into a couple of issues. But we had a big Giants win and we had a big Jets win. Both statement wins on the season. Both teams are looking good. The Jets Giants Super Bowl is back on, and I hope everybody's
back.
ready for week 4. Welcome our host, Kev, co-host Steve, myself, and A Woods, and let's talk some football.
Do we know there's one Super Bowl caliber like quarterback in New York? And, like,
It's
I
Daniel
can't wait.
Jones.
And it's Daniel
It's
Jones.
Daniel Jones.
Yes, sir. But yeah, everyone pay attention to the sign. We got Thursday night football coming up.
Yep.
Giants Dallas. That's tomorrow, so it's gonna be the 26th. So first we'll start out. Let's do a recap of last week before we get into Thursday night football. So we'll get into last week Thursday night football. Jets Dolphins. No. Jets Patriots,
So-
not Dolphins.
That feels so long ago.
Yeah, it
I
really
know,
does.
bro.
It feels like
Just-
3 weeks ago. On
That feels like that was week 1, and we're like
Mhm.
recapping it now. But
I feel like I haven't watched the Jets play in a month.
so what was your guys' takeaway? Obviously, the Jets kind of creamed the Pats, but what was the
Steve, do you
biggest?
want to go first?
I mean, that's what you want to see, man. I don't really have much else to say.
Steve will do offense. Al, you'll do defense.
No, we could just. I see what you're saying.
Or
But
you
we
wanna
could
do
just both
both?
give our opinions. I mean, our defense looked great. Once again, they're stepping back up from the first couple of games of the season. They're figuring things out. Offense looked amazing. That's really all I have to say. Rodgers looked smart. He looked like his old self. I mean, we don't. Again, like there's a lot of like again, it's still week 3, so you know.
Yeah, it was kind of like a trap narrative game because like the Jets were almost in like not a lose-lose, but sort of a lose-lose. Where like, yeah, like the Jets. Let's say the Jets went in and won like 17-13. Everyone like, bro, that's how long it like. Even though the Patriots have played pretty well, like you could argue like they've been better than anyone would have thought. Like everyone
Yeah,
would have
they've
went and been like, oh wow, the Jets only
overperforming.
won by 4 or whatever. But then like the Jets basically blow them out and like probably should have won like 30 something to 10. Like I mean maybe the Patriots score a touchdown, whatever. The
Well, I mean, we had
Patriots-
that penalty on the first drive. We probably could have scored then.
and like Mike Williams probably dropped a
Yeah.
touchdown. Like
Yep.
so like you know what I mean? Like let's
That
be
was a
real.
good
Like
ball.
they probably should have scored 30 points, right? So like but then again, like I mean I don't feel this way like Steve because he's Steven, like feels like everyone hates the Jets. But like I feel like for the most part people were like the Jets played well, but like you also have that narrative of like, well the Jets only beat the Patriots. So,
Yeah.
like let's see them beat a real team.
Oh
Which,
no,
like,
Yeah.
Rodgers
some
got
level-
credit. I'm not saying
Yeah, but to some extent, like they're not wrong. Like you're no one. You can't be considered a good team until you beat like a real team.
That's true. That's true.
Like until they go. I mean, if Minnesota keeps playing the way they do, like until you go into London and beat the Vikings how they're playing, or like you go into or you beat Buffalo. Like if you let's say you win against Denver this week and you lose to Minnesota, if you beat Buffalo, that's when people can take you seriously.
Yeah.
Like
Or if they beat Minnesota and maybe they do lose to Buffalo, I
or
think
they play like 21-24 and you're like,
yeah.
I mean, especially with just how inconsistent the Jets have been for so long, you know.
like you just need to see that they're getting better and that like when games come to it, like you're not like, wow, they can't do it. Like I'm not expecting Rodgers to go out every week and throw for 280 yards. Like I don't want him to either.
Mm-hmm.
Complete
Yeah,
the
yeah.
pass you need to complete, and you hope that your run game can move the ball enough to like.
I mean, because this is
I-
clearly a running offense. You know
and
what I
like
mean?
that's I don't think I care. Like I think everyone wants to be like, well, Aaron Rodgers is Aaron Rodgers. So like if he
You know what?
doesn't
I
look
guess I take that back. I feel like it's really like different week to week, which I guess you're gonna see regardless.
Yeah, but agreed, but like I think if you ask the Jets how many times they'd like to throw the ball, I don't think they would ever say over 35. And why
mean,
would you? Why would you
yeah.
put Aaron Rodgers that like if you don't have to? If you have two elite like dude, Braylon Allen's like a
He's
top
good.
30 running back.
He's good. Yeah, if Brees wasn't there, he'd probably be like top 15 at least.
Exactly. And
But-
I'm just mean so it's like
It's a good problem to have, honestly.
exactly.
Yeah,
Uh,
the Killer Bees is a really sick name.
I'm
fuck
not
with
really
that.
worried about it. Like keep Rodgers off his feet or on his feet, off his feet in a sense though of like run the ball. Like
He got those legs going though.
but exactly.
He
But
ran
my
for
point
18
is,
yards.
I think
Yo.
everyone's trying to like
He tied his
everyone's
career high.
I think
He looked
everyone's trying
good.
to.
No, but he genuinely looked good out of the
Oh,
pocket
he
too.
did.
You know.
He looked great.
Hmm.
But that's one of my point is like I don't need Aaron Rodgers to go out that week every week and do that.
Yeah,
Like if he
yeah.
needs to do it, sure, but like I'm not looking for like I'm not marking how well Aaron Rodgers is looking on if he can get out of the pocket and scramble. Like make the passes you need to make, and you move on. Like
Well, I
Garrett
think
Wilson,
that's the big difference with this year compared to all other years being a Jets fan is like just the ability to get the ball down the field rather than it coming to, yo, we have to throw it 80 yards to
you know
try
what
and
my
score.
I can't believe the difference it is when you feel like at the line of scrimmage before a play starts, like your quarterback for the most part is gonna do what's best for the play instead of just like hoping that like Zach Wilson throws like a good pass.
Yeah. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they were 14 for 16 on third downs.
Something like that. Dude,
So,
Rodgers just throws slants to Wilson or
yeah.
like someone's open. Like
And I mean, I genuinely don't think I've ever seen an offense look like this.
Garrett Wilson hasn't been as good as people predicted him
Well,
to be. though.
Rodgers even said they're taking him out of the game, man. So like it was like on who's that? Who's the guy? Haywood's the guy on the
McAfee?
Patriots. No, the guy on the Patriots. The good corner that plays safety as well.
Christian Gonzalez.
Yes. So he was on him for like every
just-
route that Garrett
week.
ran, and he got pressed half of those. You know what I
Matt
mean?
Surtain's probably the best corner in football outside of Sauce, maybe. I think they're the best 1 and 2. So like, yeah, probably another week of not Garrett Wilson getting touches. But dude, like, who cares? Like, I don't care. Like, he's on some of my fantasy teams. I don't care if Lazard catches 8 passes for 80 yards and 2 touchdowns. I don't care.
Yeah. Win games.
Lazard's been getting more targets than Garrett Wilson.
Yeah.
He's actually, dude. You know what's crazy? Like, I know you're
Lazard's
not-
actually doing good.
He is, but like, Garrett Wilson still has 26 targets. Like, that's a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
I
think he has. What does he have? 14 catches in 3 games.
15 catches. Yeah.
Lazard just, I feel like, catches all the like deep, like he scores all the touchdowns, so
And
that's why he's
they're
getting.
not throwing the ball down the field. Like,
Yeah.
we haven't seen Aaron Rodgers throw like a pass over like 30 yards yet.
Did you guys
I
see?
mean, they don't need him to.
Did you guys see
Right.
McAfee cover this on Aaron Rodgers Tuesday yesterday?
Cover what?
Does he have? He has an actual day just dedicated to Rodgers going on.
Well,
to
yeah,
Fox
and
News.
it's
he's calling
weak.
Rodgers Tuesday because
Weak.
like he does his like weekly interview on Tuesday.
Dude,
Uh,
Pat McAfee and that like crew, man, they make me
They're
laugh,
so
bro.
funny,
Make me
They're
laugh.
the-
I love
um,
Pat McAfee.
Like, yeah, no. So he was going over, the teammates backing up Rodgers and Brees Hall, and they basically talked about how like there was some reporter or something that said that the locker room was in disarray and everyone hates
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers and they can't control him, and Rodgers basically said like games like that make you realize how like I guess bogus some of the stories that come out are.
Well, dude, think about it. Like, why have you ever? They've said it a few times, and it's kind of like cliche is not the word, but it's kind of like silly. But like, how many times have you seen like a Jets guy get like decked and just everyone's like, all right.
Oh yeah, for real. Like with Zach, nobody gave a fuck about him, bro. He fell down
yeah,
last year.
exactly.
He didn't
But,
even
like-
get hurt. Yeah, I mean he didn't even get hit. And you remember when he fell down walking on the field and no one helped him up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're like, you can
And the
get
thing
up,
is,
bro.
too, it's like I feel like that's a thing narrative wise. Like, people are gonna point to it when it fits what they want and when
Mhm.
it doesn't.
Mhm.
But like, I agree. Like, I just think like you can tell like the guys want to be there.
And they're playing for
Also,
each
guess
other
what?
and they respect each other and that's good.
Every single problem in sports is solved if you start winning. This team
Yeah.
could be trash. They all could hate each other. And not trash, but this team could all hate each other. If they start winning games, if they're like 8-4 or something, like no one is gonna argue because they're
Yeah,
winning.
they're just. gonna be
Roger
like,
said
whatever.
that too, yeah.
Bro, winning cures everything. Like, yeah, obviously everyone's gonna start fighting, and then when people realize jobs are getting lost, money's being lost, like, yeah, people are gonna start arguing and shit. Like, I don't know why like it's surprising.
True.
It's
Yeah.
just because the Jets are always bad that this happens more. Like, it's not a Jets unique problem. It's just the Jets are always bad, so it becomes a uniquely Jets problem.
It's just like when you start losing, the tensions get higher, and when tensions are high, people argue. Like that's
Oh,
just
you-
how it
you-
works.
We're playing like video games, and like when you lose, you argue.
Yeah,
Like, imagine being paid millions of dollars with millions of people watching you. I'd be a little stressed. Like,
yeah, and knowing like people will get
yeah, as
fired
soon
and
as you
all
win,
that,
though, who cares?
and just the amount of time you dedicate to like the whole off season, you're training for this, the whole regular season, you're getting beat up, bro, just to take L's every week. It's
Yeah.
it's definitely super frustrating. But yeah, so that about wraps up the Jets. They beat the Patriots pretty good, not gonna lie. The key to beating the Patriots, you just got to stop Ramondre.
Oh,
Realistically,
they stopped him. They stopped him a
yeah,
little. They stopped
he
him a
got
little too hard,
he
man.
got point three.
Their
He got
O-line
point
is
three.
horrendous, bro.
Mhm.
Like it's so bad now. Like I don't even think it's that. I just think like they can throw the ball a little bit. I mean, it's different when you're versing like the Jets defense is good. Like as much as like the first 2 weeks feel like they didn't show you a lot, but like it is still a good like even if it's not top 3 defense, like everyone was like, oh, it's gonna be the best defense in football. Like it's still top 10 defense. So
Mhm.
like yeah, against a banged up O line that's already not great and like a receiving core that's not great. Like yeah, like they're not gonna look good.
Mhm. Yeah.
It was a good
Yeah.
win. Win this week. Denver's a little bit of a better team, better coach team probably, and you'll see. We'll see.
I do think this
Yeah.
is another one of those like need to win games, though.
It is, but it's
Yeah.
kind of a trap game too, because I feel like people are like, "Oh, the Jets should just win."
I mean, the Broncos just came off a big dub, so they might like lollygag into the game.
Yeah.
Well, at least we won't go in. Now that they won, we're not going to go into it with the attitude of like, yeah, this is a fucking cakewalk, you know.
Yeah.
And they shouldn't anyway. If you're a team that like is that serious, you shouldn't. But
Let's talk about the new Devontae rumors.
what new are you just
Bro,
talking about? 'Cause, like,
you just I
Antonio
don't know where
Bro.
you get these rumors from, bro.
It's been talked about all week. The Antonio
Yeah,
Pierce
by-
said that some
by the one-
business decisions were made.
yeah, and then by who? He didn't say by.
Yeah,
who.
he didn't say
He
by
didn't-
who, but Devontae was
People like
clearly
you-
he was clearly disheveled on the sideline, and then
People
you know
like you basically just determined that the Jets are getting Devontae Adams because Antonio Pierce said that some people didn't try.
What about the 31 other teams trying to get Devontae?
I mean, I'll say I don't really know if I want him anymore. I'd rather like a big like get rid of Reddick and get like trade for fucking Crosby.
Yeah, I mean, what are you gonna? Do you want to give away like 3 first-round picks for Max Crosby?
Not actually, but I'm saying like we don't need Devontae anymore, and I feel like that's been shown. You know what I mean?
If they're like gonna trade for you for like a 3rd-round pick, yeah, I'll do it.
What if we just give
Yeah.
them? What if we just give them Reddick, and
I
and a
mean,
3rd-round pick?
But
That'd
if you're
be
a
a
team
great-
like if you're Oakland, if you're a team like Vegas, why would you want a 31-year-old pass rusher by the time next season starts when you're trying to be good?
Well, at this point, I don't think he's gonna play for the Jets.
But we said this like 2 or 3 weeks ago. Like this, they always say stuff like this until it gets done. Everyone says holds their line until, and like think about it too. Everyone that you're reading that is reporting something has someone from one side of the thing telling you that. So like one report you're reading is Reddick's agent feeding information. One report you're reading is the Jets feeding information. It's just people posturing to make a deal either way.
I don't know. It just doesn't look like anything's going on. But I guess we'll see. We got a couple more days.
Time will tell.
It doesn't, but if he doesn't play, he doesn't play. I'm not saying it's impossible. My point is more so that like what you're reading for me doesn't indicate if a deal's close or not. Somebody's gonna cave eventually. Like I don't know. And if he sits out a year, dude's like, if he sits out an entire year, he's an idiot because he doesn't understand that like no one's gonna pay him what he wants after missing a year. Like it's not happening.
Yeah, you just lose more value when you sit
You
out the
lose more
entire
money.
year.
You're a year older, and no one's seen you play football for a year, and who knows what you look like when you start a football season after that.
Yeah, he could be completely out of shape.
Exactly, and it's like, who knows how good you are? I don't know.
I mean, also the fines at the end of the year. If he's getting 800,000 for each game, those are just gonna go with him, no?
I think so.
Yeah,
I mean,
he's losing money. Like, I don't know. At this point, it's either he should go to the Jets and sign the deal, or just be like, trade me right now. Like,
It's
I
like
mean,
he
yeah,
does. Bro doesn't want to play football. Like it's like I don't think he wants to play football at this point.
I think he wants to play. He's just being stubborn because he wants to get paid.
Bro, he's
if
got.
I was the Jets, I would do the same thing. I would just be like, yeah, I would go to the Raiders and see what they want. Like, but I feel like you're not gonna go to a team like them and get like, I don't know who it is off the top of my head. I'm trying to look at the NFL like quickly. Like you would have to find a team who like needs an edge rusher and like has a thing the Jets would want.
Yeah,
And, like I don't know who that is, where that is.
Patrick
it'd
Mahomes.
be more of a win now team because, like you
Like, I
said,
think
he's
the
a little bit
Raiders are
older.
going to dump Devontae Adams. Like I don't think that's crazy, but like, would you be surprised if a team like Kansas City offered more? Like I wouldn't.
I was gonna say, is it really worth us getting him anyway?
I mean, yes. What
It depends on the price.
Yeah, like I don't think he's gonna fetch a first. I don't think there's a reason why he would. They need to dump the salary. They're not in an advantageous position. We are, or another team is. Like I could see.
What's his contract look like?
I mean, it's steep. I think he becomes like one of the highest paid receivers next year. But like they have 2 years left. I don't know. I forgot. I read something about it the other day. But like it's a lot. But like if you're a guy like Devontae, I think he probably comes here, and then you could probably get him to restructure or something.
Damn, who do you
But
even who
if
do you
you're
even
like,
like focus cover if we get Devontae?
I mean, you still covered Garrett Wilson, but
You think so? Really?
yeah, but think about it too. Like, are you? I just don't think the Jets are gonna do it. I put it at like 20% chance at most, like probably 10.
Well, what if Devontae really wants to get a ring and he decides to take a little less money? What are the odds of that?
Yeah, but he wouldn't do that. He would have to do that next year.
Oh yeah, because we'd just be taking his contract over.
To get
Right?
a ring, bro, he'd go to Kansas City.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know about that,
Also,
bro.
like, there's a lot of places he could go. Like the Eagles, AJ Brown and Devontae Smith are hurt. Like,
Bro, low key, the Chiefs might be actively trying to get him if that's the case. If he's like
Like
really
the
up on the
the
chopping block, bro.
Steelers, like,
Although I don't know if the Raiders would trade
oh,
interdivision
the
like that.
Rams,
The Rams.
Oh, they definitely wouldn't, bro.
the Rams. Like, there's so many teams that make sense.
Yeah, once he
The
hits the market.
Broncos, I mean, I know they're in division, but I'm just thinking of teams that need receivers. Like, it's just, I don't know. I'm not.
Yeah, but you don't think
sold-
like Rodgers is trying to convince him at all?
Yeah, but it's not up to Rodgers.
It's up to Rodgers to convince Devontae.
Yeah, it's not up to Devontae to pick to where he gets traded.
Are you sure?
No. Wow, he's not. He doesn't have to sign a contract. He has a contract.
Well,
Like, sure, you could be like I don't want to play, and like you could like protest, but like I don't see him doing that. Maybe, yeah.
well. How about
Let's,
them Giants?
Yeah, let's go to the Giants. We
So
dragged
the Giants could trade for him.
we dragged that out for a little bit.
It's all right. We got all the
so-
time in the world here.
So the Giants, obviously, they upset the Browns. They were supposed to lose by 6, I think, or 6.5.
Yup.
Their defense had like 7 sacks or something crazy like that. Literally everyone on the defense got a sack. Chapman got a sack. Dexter got a sack. Brian Burns got a sack. I don't think Kayvon got a sack. Their defensive line was annihilating the Browns' offensive line.
Bro, the Browns are just bad.
I know. Like, the Browns are really just not good. I don't know. Like, Watson is terrible. I don't know what happened.
I mean,
he
he's
mu-
taking like 2 years basically off of football. Obviously not.
I
good,
know,
like,
but I thought he was
he's like-
so good right before he took those 2 years off
he's,
that, like,
really bad.
that I thought he would improve. Like, a lot of the sacks were his fault, too. He was just
I
holding
mean,
the
don't
ball
get me
way
wrong,
too
that
long.
O-line is trash. Like now because both tackles have been out. Like even what's his
Yeah.
name back and got hurt, but
Jedrick Wills.
yeah.
Yeah, their offensive line got dominated, and even the defensive line for the Browns, that's like one of the better defensive lines in the league. And the Giants were like running the
Isn't
ball
Myles Garrett,
well.
like, hurt or something?
Miles Garrett, I don't know if he's banged up or not, but Andrew Thomas like low key locked him up.
Well,
He
it
didn't
makes-
even.
like, that's not crazy.
I mean, yeah, Andrew Thomas is good, but I thought Miles Garrett, he might have gotten 1 sack maybe, but like Andrew
it's
Thomas did a very good job against him, and I mean, Malik's a dog, bro. Malik is so
Facts.
good.
bad.
He is so good, bro.
That
It
is so
like
bad.
I said this last week, but I mean, even if the Giants are terrible this year, I think like I've said since the beginning of the season, I think they're going to be better than most people give them credit for. Even if they're horrible, at least when you turn on the TV, you have something to look forward to, and Malik getting the ball.
I mean, if you think about it, the Giants should be at least 2-1.
I'm taking his receiving over in every single game going forward.
They
I
should
think-
100% be 2-1, bro.
I think
Like it's
they'll
so
have some duds.
frustrating. They'd
Like, I
be
think they'll come back and have some duds.
they'd literally be the top of their division right now if they won last week, if they
Mhm.
had a kicker.
You know
That's
what's
Yeah.
crazy? Like, there's a part like maybe it's the perpetual state of being a Jets fan where like you're waiting for everything to be bad. But like, if I'm the Giants, like I'm okay winning like 5 games this year, like and just like finish with a top 5 pick and like get a quarterback, gets like even if it's not a quarterback, get someone and like you go like if you told me next year the Giants went in with like a top 5 pick at some other like even if it's still Daniel Jones, right? Like a top 5 pick at another position and like let's say they got like that Michigan kid who's at corner that's supposed to be a stud or something. Like imagine you just got like Derek Stingley, even not Sauce, because Sauce like almost is uniquely special. But like Sauce or a Derek Stingley level corner, and now you have Malik, Derek Stingley, and you have like a pretty decent O line. Like you figure like some free agent guys like
And then their defensive line is good too with
yeah,
Burns,
like you would
Dexter.
figure like who knows, right? Like I don't know. I think this is like your reload year if you're the Giants, and you hope maybe like you sign a depth quarterback and hope like they compete or something.
Yeah, like I feel like obviously quarterback. I just don't know if Jones is going to be here. I doubt he's going to be there by the end of the season.
Yeah.
Only way I think he stays is if they literally walk up to them and they're like, "Yo, take less money," and he's like, "Okay." Like if they restructure it, I can see him staying.
Mhm.
But I feel like they're building the team around like before they get the quarterback. Like they're
Which
building up the defensive line.
yeah,
They need another corner and probably one more safety. Their linebackers are pretty good with Okereke and McFadden, and then their offensive line is good now. They maybe need like a right guard. Their tackles are good. If
would
they
you take
keep
a
aluminum,
flyer on Bryce Young?
I was thinking about that, but I don't know now because after what happened in Carolina with Andy Dalton, like maybe Bryce was the problem, bro.
But bro, like it's crazy. Like I think you're one of the people who says it a lot. Like I'm like kind of on board with it. You say it like almost more like seriously, I guess, than other people. Like it's so much about where you are, bro. Like Malik
Yeah,
Willis was trash.
dude. Like,
Malik Willis was not good at football.
and now like Daniel Jones gets a wide receiver one. Now he's according to PFF, he's the best quarterback in the NFC East right at this
Yeah.
current moment on September 25th. He is the highest rated quarterback in the NFC
Why
East
though? Why is that? What touchdown
because
percentage?
it's just
It's just
it takes
efficient.
into account like a bunch of things. Like maybe
Turnover rate,
Jaden
play
Daniels is
control.
actually higher now because it's week 3 and he went crazy last week.
Yeah.
But Dak is lower because he has more interceptions and stuff. Jalen Hurts is lower because he hasn't played that well so far. Jaden Daniels, I don't know, he might not even be that high either because he threw his first touchdown. What
Yeah.
was it? 2 nights ago. He didn't even have a touchdown going until week 3.
Wow, that was 2 nights ago already. Time's flying.
Yeah, dude, days go by so fast when you're in football season. I
Yeah,
swear.
facts. Facts.
But so that's what I'm saying. Like everyone roasted him because he was terrible, because he had no wide receivers, a terrible offensive line. Obviously, he was bad. And then now he has an actual wide receiver and an offensive line that can somewhat block, and now he looks good.
You got to finish
Crazy.
with the top
It's
five
crazy
pick
how
and
that
trade for
works.
T-Law.
What'd you say?
You got to finish with a top 5 pick and trade for T-Law.
Honestly, I don't like Lawrence is weird too, though. Like,
No, I know.
Bro,
I mean,
he robbed the Jags. Joe Burrow robbed the Bengals. Daniel Jones robbed the Giants.
Burrow is strange, bro.
We'll talk
I
about
don't.
it later, but I'm kind of like over the Burrow, like people like talking like he was trash this week and stuff. Like he played really well.
Yeah, his
I
defense
saw it on
did
Twitter,
nothing
like I
for
think
him.
Damian Woody tweeted it. Like, what did he want? Like him? They want him to go out and cover Terry McLaurin like wide open, like in the end zone. Like I don't like, bro. Like
Uh,
people, like it is such a nature of every like sport where like the main player gets all the criticism, but like
yeah.
bro, Joe, like yeah, game 1, Joe Burrow is bad. Like he's been fine. Like, what are you supposed to do when your team just like it's like, oh, another one? Okay, I guess we got to go out there
Yeah,
and score
like
again.
what did Washington score like 30 points or
Yeah, bro.
whatever?
It's like,
They were
It's
close
like,
coming back too. They were close coming
yeah,
back. So
just
yeah, they were in it. They were in it.
people just want to like, bro. If your offense goes out there and scores 33 points, yeah, Joe Burrow, 29 for 38, 320 yards, 3 touchdowns. Bro,
320 yards,
Joe
bro.
Burrow
He
was
cooked them.
trash,
I didn't
bro.
even know that. Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
dude. When your defense gives up 38 points, what are you supposed to do, bro?
Want to say he's trash. And last week they lost to the Chiefs and he played really well. 23 for 36, 250 and 2 touchdowns.
that one for other reasons.
Yeah, the penalty that he tackled the guy. Yeah,
The pass interference, that was clearly pass interference.
but like,
But
that's what I'm saying, like they're
yeah.
basically a 2-win team that like lost a really close game to the best team of football and then probably should have won a game, but that defense is trash.
And realistically, the AFC North is still up for grabs. The Ravens are 1-2, right?
And the Steelers will fall off.
The Steelers are 3-0, but yeah, they'll
I
fall
don't know
off.
who it was today, bro, but I saw some Steelers fans saying they were gonna win the division, bro. Crazy.
I mean, it's impossible. I mean,
They
have
could. They're off
What,
to a
when
good
they when
start,
they beat
but
shit teams by 5 points.
they have a 2-game lead though. I mean, like I'm not saying they're gonna, but like if you told me they won 7 games throughout the rest of the season, I wouldn't be surprised.
I said beginning of the season, Steelers will find a way to get 9 wins.
Back to the
bro,
AFC East really quick, bro. The Bills are scary, man. The Bills are
The
really
Bills are
scary.
really good.
I'm a
But,
little
bro,
worried about that.
I'm literally looking at the Steelers schedule. They play Indianapolis, Dallas, Vegas, and the Jets in the next 4 weeks. Would you be surprised if they
Like-
won 2 of those games?
What?
I wouldn't be surprised if they won 3 of them.
Exactly. Like
They might lose to the Jets. I think
What-
the Jets are the best team.
Nah, bro. What do the Jets even do about the Bills offense, bro? Josh Allen is so good, bro. And he just
I mean, you hope-
he feels better than ever.
yeah, he's just you have to have Quinn and Williams be really good. That's what it is.
You
Yeah.
just gotta contain him. Yeah.
You have to have Quinn and Williams be really good and hope that your edge rushers can contain. And that Quincy Williams and Jamie and Sherwood are like athletic enough to like play.
If we can get Reddick before that game, if he
I'm not
does
even
want to
worried
play,
about that part. My fear isn't that. My fear is like I don't know. I'm not as worried about the Bills in a direct Jets matchup. I just think they're really dude. Think about it too. Like who have they beat? Like they dog walked the Jags, who look like trash.
the
beat the
Cardinals
Bills-
game was good.
They beat the Dolphins, who
Didn't
Tua
have a
died
quarterback.
at halftime. They were
No,
winning
Tua
the
died
game.
after halftime.
But I'm saying like they were winning. They were going to win the game. But like
They were gonna cook him anyway. Yeah.
was Miami looking great either? Not really.
And
and
week
then they
one,
beat-
weren't they losing to
And
Cardinals?
they barely beat the Cardinals. Like they had to come back from halftime, and Kyler Murray disappeared in the second half.
I don't know, bro. I think Josh Allen's on like MVP track.
No,
man.
Josh Allen's been the best player in football. That's not my point. I'm just saying like I'm not like wow they look the best team in football, right? Like yeah they probably do, but until
Like,
they start
I think if-
winning,
I think if the Jets go head to head, sorry to cut you off. I think if the Jets and Bills go head to head, I think it's gonna be a close game.
like who do Buffalo play this week?
They play. Let's
Niners.
see.
Like,
No.
they play Baltimore this
They
week.
play
and then
Baltimore.
Oh,
The next 3 games will tell me a lot. They play Baltimore, then they play Houston, then they play us.
that's fair.
Yeah,
If
they
they
got a
take-
tough 3-game schedule
If
now.
they take 2 of those games, like yeah, you'll probably like, and I think they will. Like I probably think they beat us, and I think they beat Baltimore, and they might beat Houston. Like they could very well beat all 3 of those teams.
Yeah. I don't know. The Bills are weird though, because I mean, so far they've looked good, but they're usually an inconsistent team.
Mhm.
Like they'll just like randomly go out. Like I feel like a switch flips, and then
Yeah,
like
Josh
they're
Allen
just
seems like a
they're
bad
just like
team.
not good again.
Yeah.
Like this happens a lot where they're like red hot for like 4 or 5 games, and then like something happens, and then from that moment on to the rest of the season, they don't look that good. And then they get to the playoffs, and then they usually lose to the Chiefs. But it's like
yeah,
it's crazy how it works.
like I don't know.
If
I'm more worried
if
about
Buffalo
Devontae.
remains consistent though, like they're gonna go far. I think they could even beat the Chiefs if they got to the playoffs if they
I think
remain
they always
consistent.
could have. I don't think it's that. I just think
Yeah.
Patrick Mahomes is that.
Is
good.
nobody worried about this refs thing, bro?
No.
They're going to.
You're the only one.
They
bro.
want them to three-peat, bro. If the Chiefs are in the playoffs in a big game, the refs are gonna do the same shit that they do every year
The-
I
to give
love-
them a
More
fucking
going-
to give them a roll them out a red carpet into the fucking Super Bowl. Why are you guys
For a
not more
team that-
concerned about this?
For a team that's never had to verse them in the playoffs, you're extremely rattled about.
Because I just feel like that's what's gonna happen. Like I feel like they want them to three-peat, so I feel like they're
You're
not
like
gonna
a
give anybody
peasant
else a
that's, like,
chance.
You're like a peasant in the field, being like, "Bro, I think it's really unfair what they're doing to other people in like the castle, bro. Like I don't know, like, bro, what are you yapping about over there?
Just
You
watch,
never even
just watch. I'm
do
gonna
it."
come back to this
the
clip. I'm gonna come back to this
Bengals
clip
game,
soon.
the Bengals game in which the guy was literally
No,
tackling. Was
I
it
know,
Rashid
I
Rice?
know, but then against the Falcons, it was the same situation, and they didn't throw a flag on the Chiefs. It was though. He tackled him in the end zone. He tackled Kyle Pitts in the end zone, and it was
no,
a
it was
clear
Drake
flag.
London.
No, it was Kyle Pitts,
Oh, was it Pitts?
Yeah.
I thought it was Drake London.
and the ref
But-
was right there behind him.
Bro, calls like that get blown
Steve-
all the time.
You're
Oh,
yapping, bro.
just significantly not against the Chiefs.
Bro,
it
how
happens
many-
all
name
the
me
time.
Another one.
All right, bro. All right. We'll see.
You have 3 examples, and 2 of them are in the last 3 weeks, and one of them is against the only other team you watch.
Last year, the Chiefs literally got boned by the refs with the Kadarius Toney thing. Remember that? He was
What do you-
lined
what
up.
about
Yeah,
when
in a
they-
game that didn't matter.
What about
A game
when,
that didn't matter. Wasn't it against the Bills?
It was, yeah. But then Mahomes is crying after the game. That's the dumbest fucking call I've ever seen.
bro? That's what.
Yeah,
every
Mahomes was
team-
crying.
That's what every sports player does after a bad call was against them. Watch any press conference after a team loses. Their coach or player will be like, "Bro, I'm just gonna not get fined." This is crazy."
beasted, bro. Mahomes went up to Josh Allen and dapped him up and was saying all that shit, bro.
You're
I don't know,
doing
bro. We'll
these-
see. I'm gonna come back to this video around playoff time, bro.
And do what?
All right.
I'm gonna tell y'all.
Well, I
Tell me
feel like
that.
everyone like micro analyzes the Chiefs. So
do.
if there's like one
That's the
holding
point.
call that doesn't get like called, everyone's like, "Bro, what is this?" Meanwhile, if you
Exactly.
watched the Jets game, the Jets could literally get away with the same fucking hold the next week, and then it would literally like no one would even bat an eye.
It's just like people just want to pay attention because it's like, look, like the same thing that happens with the Yankees, the same thing that happens with any
Dallas.
team in sports. Yeah, like anything that happens to them, people be like, "Bro, like, why'd you do it for them?" It's like
Yeah.
soccer,
No,
it
I
happens all
think-
the time.
Like you can't say anything has favored the Chiefs too much. Like that Bengals thing was clearly pass interference.
What about the Bengals? The Bengals game in the playoffs when they gave him a do-over that no one's ever seen before.
Were you
Which
talking
one?
about when he
When
jacked him in the like out of bounds?
No, I don't remember what the play was, but they gave the Chiefs a do-over.
I
can't
I
really
would
have
have to see it.
conversation
I don't
remember
I don't
that.
remember what happened. Maybe someone called a timeout before.
Chat, can
or
we pull that
something?
up? I don't know.
Yeah.
Well,
Flip it.
Yeah, chat.
Go
clip
look it up after this. All right.
The
Anyways,
do over.
let's
Alright,
get
let's
into
go do
let's
pick'em.
get into some pick'ems.
Wait. Do you want to recap? Go over Thursday night football, Giants, Cowboys. Or you want to do the pick'ems?
You wanna
Let's do
preview
pick'ems
it?
and then we'll do the game.
Okay, yeah, we'll do the pick'ems first. So I don't even have it up. Let's see.
I have it up on the.
I did it.
Well. Oh, this is week 3, everybody, and I lost.
Yeah, so we'll recap week 3 quick, and then we'll do week 4.
So
as
I know we
well.
didn't pick these live with you guys, but here are our picks.
I think we can hit on like the major ones. I feel like a lot of them are kind of like ones you could have predicted, or for the most part predicted.
So Jets, New England. It's an easy one.
I just thought the Jets were gonna do the Jets thing and lose.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Some shockers, I would say, were the
I
comeback.
mean, I guess
The comeback the Rams had against San Fran was pretty dope.
yeah, that's a good one. The Giants.
That was
Giants
crazy.
was
The
exciting.
Giants was an upset.
Uh,
yeah,
The
and
Saints
Denver.
almost beat Philly. So maybe they
I
aren't.
thought they were.
Maybe they aren't fraudulent.
The
But they-
Saints might actually be good. Surprise! I
mean,
didn't think they
they're
would
not
be that
great,
good,
They're
but
still good.
Yeah.
yeah, they're not great, but they're actually a good team. They're
Yeah.
probably gonna win the NFC South, right? Oh
Yeah.
no, I think Atlanta's still gonna win.
I don't know, bro. I don't trust Atlanta. There's something about them.
That's a competitive division this year. The Bucks look good
It
too.
Oh, if the dang Panthers are good, that's what
Yep.
might be the best division of football.
They were calling Andy Dalton the Red Rocket. That's tough.
That's not new.
No, he's always been the Red Rocket.
News to me.
He's tough. It's because he's got an absolute cannon on his arm, on
Alright.
his shoulders. Should we go by pick, or what do you guys want to do?
Well, I just wanted to review and basically go over some
Week 3.
shockers.
So
Looks like
yeah,
Kev took this week. Haywood's in second and me in third. So I'll be totaling the score soon so we can see the total score on the season so far. And now I guess we will make our week 4 picks.
week 4.
And this is what we're looking like, folks.
I'm checking him on the phone right now. So we'll do Steve, you start us out, and then the second row, Al will start us out with the pick, and then it'll be me.
Okay.
Got it? So it'll go that way. And it'll be snakes. So, then I'll
we're
do
currently
week 4.
covering Giants and Dallas. I'm sorry, Dallas at the New York Giants on Thursday Night Football. Give me the New York Giants.
No way.
Yep.
Woods, what do you say? Oh, he muted himself. Oh, he's coming back. What do you say? You're muted.
I clicked both buttons. Oh. I just think they have to win. Like, I think their season's over if they don't win. So
That was a smart pick because you know where I'm going here.
Bring on
My-
the
my-
G-Men.
My heart is saying Giants. My head is saying Dallas. Like, I can't not pick the Giants. You know what I mean?
Go
but
with your heart.
I every time the Giants play Dallas, bro, they get annihilated, and it's always on national TV, and it ruins their rep because they'll play like decent at 1 p.m. on Sundays, but then everyone sees the night games and Giants play, and they get destroyed, and then everyone's just like, yeah, they're terrible. But I'm just hoping Malik makes some plays out there. I hope it's a close game.
Yep.
That's all I'm looking for. I mean, Dallas defense has not looked too good, so so you're saying there's a chance.
Big game in the Big Apple on Thursday.
Yep. And then
we'll see.
second game we have Cincinnati at Carolina. The spread is
Come on,
currently
come on.
at negative 5.5.
I'm gonna say give me
Dang.
Cincinnati to bounce back.
You're supposed
Do
to
you
do.
have this on stream?
Al's supposed to go first.
Is it on stream?
Okay, so you guys both pick Cincinnati.
I just
In the Red Rocket, I trust.
All right.
No, I think
I
I
think
mean,
they'll cover, but maybe cover, but
I don't know. I think Cincinnati. Realistically, they're probably going to win just because like they just annihilated the Washington's defense. Meanwhile, Washington was just putting up points against them. And if you flip the role, Carolina does not have the firepower to do that.
yeah.
Steve, we're supposed to go in order, bro. All right. Well, at least it was the Jets pick.
Oh, well, this is a lock. That's why I did it.
Steve, Jets
Uh,
-8. You were the one that was complaining that Zach Wilson was going to come in and like a knight in shining armor.
That's OD points.
But he's not. That is a lot of points. I don't even believe that that's the spread, to be honest.
8? Ooh.
GBT just making it.
I'm doing Jets. I'm going Jets.
Oh, yeah.
I'm with Steve on
we're
this one.
we're cooking them by 3 touchdowns.
Is it in Denver?
It only has to be a touchdown and a field goal.
It's at MetLife.
Oh, it is.
And it's home. Yeah, give me Jets. Give me Jets. Next one is Jacksonville at Houston, -7.
The Jags suck. Give me Houston.
Bro, this is a hard game because I usually bet on the side of like who got blown out, like who lost the week before, who has to win. But like both of them lost.
I know.
I just think 7 points is a lot.
I don't know. I'm tempted to pick Jacksonville here, but I'm gonna go Houston. I think Stroud has it in him to bounce
So
back.
basically, I'm alone on every pick except for the Cincinnati one.
So your picks are either gonna be like right on or they're gonna be terrible.
Basically, or I win by I win.
Yeah, or you take every single box. Next one is New Orleans at Atlanta. Atlanta's
that's-
favored by 1.5.
Good game, actually.
I'm gonna
That
say
is a good
I'm
game.
gonna say give me New Orleans.
You're
I
taking Nola.
I like how Carr's been looking, man. I'm
I just told Atlanta frauds, but I want to pick them. You want me to go first, Kev?
I'll go
Oh.
first. I'm taking ATL.
I think I am too.
Oh, it auto corrected to Atlanta. So oh wait,
What?
I put in the wrong box.
I've never seen that happen.
Yeah, when you type
wow.
ATL, it auto corrects to
That's
Atlanta.
such a hard game to call because of its being basically a toss-up. Like,
I know. I'm just picking Atlanta because I think they're like evenly matched, but Atlanta's home, so home
yeah,
field
and I can see,
advantage.
like New Orleans coming back to earth a little bit.
We're projecting the regression of the Saints. Next we got Rams at Chicago. The Rams are Chicago is favored at 1.5. So,
I'm gonna say give
Steve,
me
go back to you.
Give me the Rams. I think Matt Stafford looks really good even without Cup and Puka.
I think so too. I think there's
So
a
we-
better coach team.
So we agree.
Yep.
Yeah, it took us
No,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6
Have
games.
the Bears won yet? Yeah, they won week 1. but,
Yeah, they won the first week. Remember, Caleb didn't do anything, and defense had like a pick
Like,
six and like
I
one of
can
them.
see the Bears winning because I can see this being like, look, he's here party. But like, I just think it's a better coach team. Like,
Yeah, Stafford. Steve said it before. Stafford has looked really good, even though he doesn't have any weapons. He's
Oh, by
just
the
such
way,
a good quarterback.
McVay,
Yeah,
that dude.
yeah. McVay is Himothy.
Facts.
And then the next game we got Buffalo at Baltimore. Baltimore is favored by 2.5. Wow.
Yeah,
Really,
No.
Baltimore is favored?
maybe these are wrong.
Yeah, Steve, that can't be true.
I mean, AI made them, not me.
Yeah, I don't know why you don't just look them up, bro.
Well, AI is supposed to be searching the web.
Well, I don't think. I mean, maybe they are favored. No,
Look-
they are. But why did it look like that?
Baltimore's
definitely-
favored. Why is Baltimore favored, bro? I'm gonna say give me Baltimore. However, I do think they're gonna win this one.
I'm taking Baltimore. I think
Really?
Derrick Henry. Damn, I keep putting it in the wrong box, bro. Derrick Henry, low key. I know he looked terrible the first 2 weeks. He destroyed Dallas last week. Like he annihilated them. He's one of those players. Like I've
Yeah,
been
but bro, the
saying.
Dallas run D is trash.
I know it's horrible, but he's still good. And like the problem with Baltimore is like he has to get touches. He has to like heat up. You know what I mean?
I just feel like he looked really slow week 1 and 2.
He did. I mean,
And
he
then
didn't even look that fast, but he's just so like powerful that the first guy will never bring him down.
I mean, he's scored in every game so far.
Yeah, but
That's
like,
the only- that's his only saving grace in fantasy. If he didn't score touchdowns, he'd be horrible.
All right, moving on.
Pittsburgh at Indianapolis. Pittsburgh's favored by 1.5.
Is Indianapolis 0-3?
No.
No, I think they
won week
won.
1 at least.
Yeah, they won week 1. Wait, did they?
Oh no, they beat the
Yeah.
Bears.
Yeah. That,
Or week
what
2.
week? What week?
No, they
Oh, that
lost
was
to the
week.
Bears. Oh no, they did. They were 0-2. You're right. They should have beat the Texans, I think, and then they didn't. Yeah. That's what it was. You're
I'm
right.
gonna say give me Pittsburgh to figure this one out.
I don't know. I just feel like at some point Pittsburgh has to lose.
Pittsburgh at Indianapolis.
to lose, but I think
I'm still taking Pittsburgh. Bro, Pittsburgh's gonna lose once they play an actual like good team, bro. I swear.
I don't know.
It-
I can
Anthony
see
Richardson
Houston
has
having a better
not
game.
looked good, bro.
I don't
He
think
has,
he's that good either, but I think he plays a little bit better this week.
yeah, he's got to step it up. And
Maybe
then
I'm
the
just
next
rare,
next game we got Minnesota at Green Bay. Green Bay is favored at 2.5.
Yeah,
Wow,
that's right.
the
Does
undefeated
the
Minnesota.
Sam Darnold pumpkin pop after week 3 like it did in Carolina?
I'm gonna go first. Give me.
I'm gonna
This
Yeah.
is a hard one.
take.
Uh,
Actually, I think Jordan Love might be back, so I'm gonna take Green Bay.
I'm gonna take Green Bay as well.
I think Jordan Love is playing too, but I don't think he's healthy. I'm gonna take Minnesota.
It get cold in Minnesota.
Oh, is Minnie about to go into London 4-0 against the Jets?
No
I
way.
hope not. I really hope not.
The craziest 4-0
But
team ever.
I would love for the
Remember
Jets to shut them down. That'd be hype.
Remember 2 years ago when Minnesota was like 13-3 or whatever,
Yeah, dude, they won
and
to, like,
everyone
9 in a row
everyone
starts.
was like, "Bro, they're the most overrated team ever," and all the Minnesota fans were like gassing them up going into the playoffs, and they played the Giants, and the Giants cooked them.
I don't think I've yelled louder in my life in a football game than when the Jets played the Vikings 2 years ago and Braxton Berrios
Oh
dropped.
my god, bro. That
No,
was
2 years ago.
that was 2 years ago. We would have made the playoffs, man.
Bro, I was so angry. Like, yeah, in hindsight now it seems silly, but like, and that
No,
moment
I was sick. I was sick to my
I was
stomach.
like, I was like,
Yeah. No,
I was so
that was a brutal one, man.
I didn't watch that one, unfortunately.
Braxton
Didn't
Berrios
do that.
dropped a touchdown, and it was like a really good pass from Zach Wilson. Or
Mm.
was it Mike White?
This is Mike White, I think.
No way, the Mike White show was going on.
Mike White. Oh my god, the Mike White era was tough.
The next
team was he on
game, isn't he on Miami?
No, he was.
Miami, and now Miami has Tim Boyle. So why they keep taking all these Jets
Mike White.
quarterbacks?
Mike White's on the Bills.
They like him, bro. They love the Jets quarterbacks. The next game we got Philly at Tampa Bay. Philly's favored by 2.5.
I'm gonna say Tampa Bay.
Let's say Philly.
I'll go with Philly. Although,
it's one of those teams where, like, I feel like eventually the great players bounce back. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like,
I
good
mean the
teams,
problem
think
is
Jalen plays better. Like,
with Philly, I don't know what the deal with Smith Devontae is, but he might be out. AJ Brown might be out again. Like the wide receivers are falling like flies.
Yep.
But I don't know. I remember I used to kind of hate on Jalen Hurts because I was like, I feel like a lot of quarterbacks would play well with a top 7 wide receiver accompanied by a top 15 wide receiver with one of the best offensive lines in the league, and everyone used to flame me for it. But look at him now. He doesn't have
I
his
think he's
1 and
still
2.
good.
He's good, but he's obviously not as
I
good
think
as.
he's probably like the 12th, 10th best quarterback in football.
Yeah, I think he's like he might crap top 10, but some people were saying he was like top 3. I was like, bro.
I used to think he was like 6 or 5, but like I don't know. I guess I like probably was a little high, but I don't know. I feel like it's week 3. Like, it get me to the end of the season. Like,
I know. I'm just saying, like, when you have the best, like, a great wide
agree.
receiver core, great offensive line, like, most quarterbacks would be successful. If you throw Daniel Jones on the Eagles last year, he's probably putting up, like, 15th best numbers in the league, at least.
I don't disagree with you. I just feel like I see more talent than what's there.
Yeah. So the next game is Cleveland at Las Vegas. Vegas is favored by 1.
I'm gonna say Cleveland.
I'm gonna say Cleveland as well. I think
Really?
tensions are high in Vegas.
I'm
I'm taking Vegas. I'm taking Vegas, boys.
If I'm
There we
entirely
go.
honest with you,
Both
I have no idea. They're both trash.
Both teams got like destroyed last week, and like one of
Both
them's
teams
got to
got
bounce back.
The next couple are a little easy. I mean, I think the
Next one is Kansas City at Chargers
gonna
at
take
-8.
I'm gonna take the Chargers to cover.
I feel like this
Bruh.
is the line.
Steve always takes the Chargers, bro. No way it took Jacksonville, bro.
I think the biggest
Wild
one-
card.
Facts. They might
biggest
come in.
one to take the Chargers because the line feels so big. But like, I'm gonna take Kansas City.
The Chargers hate will continue on this channel as long as I am one of the hosts.
Nah, you know what? Give me
Uh,
KC, bro. The Chargers look fucking awful, man. They
look so
can't
bad
get
last week.
anything going on offense.
Yo, New England at San Francisco. The Niners are favored by 10.5. That's the
Um,
biggest line of the season.
I think
New
we get
England.
Debo and Kittle back, so give me San Fran.
10.5, bro.
I don't know. I'm
What did the
taking
Jets just beat them by?
21.
It was 21.
I'm taking New England, bro. I don't think they're gonna win, but
Yeah,
I
this
think
is
they'll
gonna be
come
the
with it.
This is gonna be.
I
the
think they'll
one where
lose
it's
by
like,
10.
This is gonna be the game where it's like, don't try to be smart, and we look stupid when they win by 17.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm taking.
I
I'm
don't care.
taking. I'm taking.
Dude, I
San
don't
Fran.
know. New England, like, I know they got destroyed last week by the Jets, but if they can just get some sort of run game going, I feel like they won't lose by
You mean
more
against
than a
the
touchdown.
against the
and a
run
field goal.
defense that's better than the Jets' run defense?
The 49, they usually are, but the 49ers run defense
Hargrave
hasn't
is
been
out
that
for the
good this.
year.
Yeah, Javon Hargrave, one
Yeah.
of the better defensive tackles. Yeah, that's why the run defense hasn't been that good this year.
Yeah, so I don't know.
Against the
We'll
Jets,
see.
it was, but all right. I'm gonna take Washington in this next game. I like Jaden Daniels. He looks good.
I'm taking Arizona.
I'm taking Arizona.
I just love
I-
Kyler.
I like Kyler, and also like I said before, Jaden Daniels is good. He's probably going to win Rookie of the Year, but I still have questions on how well he can throw the ball. He did throw a really nice pass to Terry McLaurin last week, but
I think he's great. I think Arizona's a better team.
yeah, I do too. The next game we got Miami at Tennessee. Miami's favored by 1 point.
Crazy.
I'll
I'm
lead
taking
us off. I'm taking Tennessee.
bro. That team's
I'm gonna
trash.
take Tennessee as well.
Cannot take a Skylar Thompson / Tim Boyle led Miami Dolphins team. I know Will Levis has
Soon
looked
to
good,
be soon to be Zach Wilson.
not Will. He's not Tim Boyle bad, bro.
And then the last game of our pick'ems, we got Detroit at Seattle. Detroit's favored by 3.5.
I'm gonna
Al,
take,
you
I'm
lead
gonna
us
take
off.
Detroit.
I took Seattle.
I'm taking Detroit. I feel like
But, I mean,
3.5 is a little
I'm
low.
taking Detroit too. But dude, that's a tough environment to go into.
I know Seattle is one of the
I'm
hardest
going backwards again. I'm
stadiums
going
to
back
win.
Seattle.
He's going back. He switched twice.
This is
No,
it,
once
people.
you enter it, it's locked in.
This is it.
All right, take your screenshots now. When I
Alright.
win week 4, I'll
Shit,
look like a genius. Meanwhile, I'm gonna get like 4 of them right.
Evan, I'm gonna get 3 correct. I took the underdog on like almost all of them.
Yeah, I know, but if the underdogs perform this week, bro, your pick'ems are gonna be flawless. You're gonna
Right.
go what 14 for 14 or however
I
many
don't know,
slides
bro.
there
I
are.
think I might be different, or I could.
You're gonna go
12,
9.
15.
You're gonna go. Yeah, you're gonna go 14 for 14. So that's our pick'ems. I feel good about those. We got to throw in some bets Sunday, and
Yes.
let's get into the last category.
How are you
Gotta
feeling
wrap-
about the G-men on Thursday?
Wrap this
Kev?
up. So we got Thursday night football tomorrow.
It's
I don't
time
know,
the
bro.
Giants come out in prime time and whoop the Cowboys all the way across America, bro.
I wish I could be as confident as you, but this happens every year, bro. Like, I remember last year they played Dallas week 1. They signed Waller in the offseason. They had the offseason. All the hype was there. They overperformed the year before. So everyone's like, bro, this is our year. We're going to turn it around against Dallas. They got 40-0 first week. And I was like, bro, goddamn. And then we get to the second week. We weren't good at that point, but like I was like, come on, bro, you got to show some signs of improvement. And then they got like 37-7. And
I mean,
was
they've
like,
never
bro.
had me rooting for them, so we'll see. We'll see.
Sheesh.
I think I'm also nervous because Dallas got destroyed. Like they started to come
That's
back
what I
against
think, bro.
Baltimore.
They have
and,
to win.
Yeah, they were getting destroyed by Baltimore. They got that onside kick and made it a game. But like now, I feel like, of course, they're going to be hyper motivated, and they play the Giants. I'm not
That's why
confident.
that
bro.
Washington game kills if you're a Giants fan. That were like, not that you're hoping to win the Super Bowl, but like you were hoping to like maybe like have a fun like November, December where you're like, oh, like let's
Yeah,
because like now you're playing this Dallas team who needs a win, and if you lose, you're 1-3, and like yeah, who knows? Obviously, 1-3, it's still really really early, but like you don't really want to be the team who's 1-3 looking to go like win 7 out of 8 or something like.
Yeah.
And it's not
I
like your
mean,
schedule gets easier. You go play Seattle, Cincinnati, Philadelphia, and then Pittsburgh. Like
I know. Yeah, their schedule's brutal now. That's why they like the first like 3 weeks they needed to show something.
and like
Specifically
obviously,
last game,
yeah,
like
they needed to win Washington, and they did beat Cleveland.
to
so-
even have a shot. Yeah, but I mean, I'm sticking with my guns here. 5
Oh,
wins.
it's smart.
5 wins. Yeah, I think they'll sneak out like one upset in that, and then I think they'll beat Washington the second time around.
Yeah, I think
So
they'll
that's
beat
3.
Carolina, maybe like
They'll
a
beat
New Orleans.
Carolina. That's 4. Maybe New Orleans, sneak another upset. 5 wins. Bam. Maybe even 6 if we're feeling
I like the
risky.
meme where it's like John Cena and The Rock. The advertisement for them versus each other.
The
it's like
Panthers versus
Panthers
the
and
Giants in Germany.
Yeah.
Yeah, that meme was weak. But the keys to the game is really their offensive line just needs to hold up. If they can run the ball like efficiently, that'll take a lot of pressure off of DJ. Malik is gonna have a game against Diggs though, because Diggs is talking
Oh
on
yeah,
Twitter.
no,
bro.
he's gonna
That's
cook.
all
I
Diggs
saw that. Yeah,
does. That's all
he's
Diggs
yeah,
does.
bro. I don't know
Talk, bro.
why he does that because, bro, now if Neighbors cooks him, bro, he's gonna look like a little baby, bro.
I know. He tries to like get in their head. And then the Giants defense, their defensive line has always been manhandled by Dallas. That's why they always get destroyed. They have Burns now. They really they're gonna struggle to play defense like covering CD, bro, because they have Banks, but CD lines up in the slot a lot. Actually, I actually saw a video on this recently. He lines up in the slot like 50% of the time.
This
And-
feels like a really good Jalen Tolbert game.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Jalen Tolbert or Brandon Cooks has like 7 for 80 with like a touchdown or something.
probably because if CD's getting covered by Banks, like he'll probably still get like destroyed a little bit, but at least that's a decent matchup. Whoever the corner 2 is covering, bro, like whoever's covering Cooks, he's gonna cook.
Remember
He's
the
gonna
other-
cook.
Cowboys receivers.
What'd you say?
I'm saying hammer the other Cowboys wide receiver.
Exactly. Or Hammer. What's his name? Ferguson.
Yeah.
If he
I don't
if
know, I
he
can see,
plays,
like,
I know he's
Okereke
hurt a little
good.
bit. What'd you say?
Like Okereke is good at to cover.
Oh yeah, he's actually decent at coverage, but he's mainly the like downhill linebacker. Like he's really good at stopping the run and making tackles. But yeah, it's gonna come down to the trenches realistically. If they have any shot, they're gonna have to be able to run the ball and stop the run.
Yep.
That's where it starts.
I mean, I could
Um,
see the Giants winning. I'm not saying it's impossible. I just
I
feel
mean,
like you're having.
I
you have a
think
team
we'll
who
know.
needs to win the
I
Super
think
Bowl.
we'll know very early in the game if it's what it's gonna look like too.
Yeah, I think if Dallas comes out like firing, you probably just. It's
Oh yeah, if it's like 14-0, or if it's 14-3, and it's like 5 minutes left in the quarter, like game's chalked, bro.
Yeah.
It's over. But if the Giants can get out to if they can score a field goal at first, hold the Cowboys to a field goal, I think it's gonna be a game.
I'd say the key to your game. I'd say key to this game for the Giants, bro, is just get your important guys firing early, bro. Get the ball to Neighbors quick. Get Singletary on some big runs quick.
Get Wandell the ball and be like, go do something. Hopefully.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, go
but
Giants.
That's about it.
We're big Giants fans
Um,
tomorrow night, everybody.
Any
Stay
other closing thoughts before we wrap this epi up?
No, but just bet the
no.
over because we are up on DraftKings right now.
We're
We're
up.
up.
I
All
went
season.
into the season. I went into the season with $75. I quit DraftKings after last season because I bet on the Dolphins to beat the Chiefs and they lost. So I quit it. Took all my money out. I came back in this season. I was like, I'll throw 75 in, and my DraftKings is currently at like 315.
Throwing.
So we are
75
cooking.
Is crazy.
We're cooking. We are cooking.
I just throw a quick 100 in.
Yeah, just quick. So the key to my DraftKings success is
Listen to my
taking-
bets.
listen to Steve's bets, slam money line when the better team is losing, and remember, bet the over.
Definitely bet the over, yes, but always bet on Malik Neighbors over on receptions.
Bet Malik Neighbors
throw
over.
it, throw it in your legs. Throw it in your
Sprinkle it in.
Yep, throw it
Sprinkle
in as
it
a
in.
leg wherever. You could
Cherry
bet
on top.
You could be betting on fucking baseball or soccer. Just make sure you throw that shit in there
That's tough.
and bet the over,
the
everybody.